Hey everybody, it is September 27th, 2025. I am recording the video. Apparently the um, file got corrupted, that's why I never uploaded. So I guess that's probably okay, because now I got a little more accurate numbers to show you guys. But let's start out, as always, with the chart. Currently trading at 1/1000th of a cent. Not a whole lot of trading going on. We did have a nice little spike here from the 8th to the 21st. We were up, I think, 13%? Yeah, no, probably about 15%. So, not really a whole lot of trading going on, which is fine, but, I always love to see the trading. There's 388,000 RHT left on the market. After that, we don't have any. It's all locked up in the corporate wallet. So I don't know if I'm gonna be releasing more. I guess unless like demand for the RHT really goes haywire, I can start releasing more. But maybe this is all the RHT we need. But let's try to get this trading, because that tax revenue does help out a lot with rewards and also growing RHT, Hudson Meat Company, stuff like that. So the big news that we have for this update video, and that you guys have never seen before, is the Fair Store. So this is our Fair Store. Look at this. This is oh shoot. Sorry guys, there's how I want to just show the month here. Huh. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. I did have this recorded earlier, and now apparently I've forgotten how to do everything. So this is this month so far, 16,406. That is the order volume. That is not what hit the bank account. That is before Fair takes their fees. So I do have some put in there. It's probably not like 100% accurate at this point, since we are a few days away from the end of the month. Usually I finalize the books on the 1st or 2nd of the month. I try to do that. But this will give you guys a pretty good understanding of what we have going on here. A lot of page visits, 1,700 page visits. We got a 3.6% conversion rate, which is, according to Fair, below the average of 8% for food and drink. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty happy with what we got going on right now. So last week we did $8,000 in sales, then we did $3,200 in sales. I am comfortable probably with about a $5,000 volume with my current setup. So this his $8,300 week was pretty tough to manage. But now I do have my garage all situated into a packing facility, so that should ease the burden on me. And that was the main thing. Like, I was not set up for this kind of volume. I opened this Fair Store and I'm like, okay, we'll get like a couple orders here and there. But no, it's been insane. 74 orders. And an order on Fair is not like an order on Amazon. Fair is only wholesale. So, I don't really know how to show it, but the 74 orders was probably like 400 or 500 cases of stuff. I mean, it was a lot. last week, I know my order with Lipari was 249 cases. So that's a lot, especially when I wasn't set up to do that kind of volume. Now I am more set up and I'm comfortable. I feel like if I got a 200 case order next week, I'll be set. I'm good. So we did get our first European import truck in on Friday. That was super cool. Um, I really think that that could be a nice little niche for us because nobody's really doing it. I have a couple stores in mind in my area that I could contact, but honestly, guys, I was super impressed with the quality. I was super impressed with the price. I was super impressed with shipping and everything. Like everything went super smooth. Um, so I'm really gonna try to push the European stuff. I feel like that could be a really nice little niche for us. But in the meantime, we do have everything else going on. So we currently have, you see all these orders. They're, a lot of small ones, 75, 81. I do have $100 minimum, but Fair takes 15%, and then on the first order they take $10. So this is a repeat customer. I think they've ordered 3 times already, so that's cool. So now that they're a repeat customer, Fair is only taking 15% and leaving the $10 alone. So the repeat customers is where the money's at. I do have a 30% markup on Fair stuff. So I mean, like, honestly, on this $100 order right here, the 15 plus 10 probably didn't make any money on this. But on this one, we should net about 10% after like boxes and shipping supplies and stuff like that. So if we net $21 on a $210 order, honestly, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's probably better margins than on our in-person deliveries, honestly. So I think if we keep nurturing this, we get really good at it. This could be a nice little source of income for us. Another big reveal is Robinhood. Robinhood is kicking ass. So we got so let me show you guys. The week was rough. Lost $484, but it's unrealized gains. We haven't really lost it. It's just stuff going down in value. And we always sell covered calls. I know I really want to do a tutorial video for you guys, those that want to kind of follow along and show and learn how to do covered calls for your own personal investments. I would love to do that for you guys. I just have to do it like on a Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday is when I pretty much do all of the covered call sells because that's when the premiums are the best. So I will try to do a covered call video. I think I actually have this Monday off of work, so that should work out really well. Work for my personal life has kind of toned down a little bit. I was doing 50 or 60 hours a week through the summer. I live in a very touristy area. August and September are typically the busiest for the tours in my area, so starting to wind down. We're through the worst of it. October can be kind of nuts if the leaves are pretty, and they're really not this year. We had some windstorms, so all the leaves kind of fell off the trees, so that means, like, we call them, in my area, we call them leaf watchers. People come from other areas, and then they come up to the hills where I live and kind of just sightsee all the leaves. But if the leaves are not on the trees, don't really have much for leaf watchers. So I think we've gotten through the worst of it. My personal work schedule will probably tone down a little bit. Hopefully the fair sales pick up and we can deal with that. Honestly, if I can get fair to consistently do probably $8,000 a week, plus my other Hudson Meat Company orders, I really think that I could probably do RHT full time, and then at that point I think we would see a pretty significant increase in revenue. Let me just zoom out on this chart. So 3 months, let's do year to date. So this is about where we really started doing the covered calls again. As you can see, through June, down, 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 and then we do have some hiccups here and there, but overall, I mean, we've seen a nice little trajectory crawling up here. This week was rough. I mean, in one day, like, look at this. The peak we had $7,289, and then the very next day, $6,600. So we lost like $600 in value in one day, and that's starting to climb up again. So, I still believe that covered calls are the best strategy for what we're trying to accomplish. And like I said, we will have hiccups here, but as you can see, this line right here, our previous low on August 31st or September 1st maybe, we still didn't go below that, so we still see an upward trend for our overall performance, which is good. As long as we can keep seeing that upward trend, I still believe that that's the best strategy for us. Maybe there will be a time in the future where that's not correct, and maybe we got to change things up. But so far, I'm happy with the performance of it. We currently have shares in Norwegian Cruise Lines, XYZ Space, LABD, which is like an inverse SPY. So when the SPY index goes down, LABD goes up. So the reason that I own that, honestly, is the covered calls are pretty nice on it. We can typically get 40 or 50 bucks a week, and with only having $430 tied up, that's really nice. It's about 8, 9, 10% a week we can pull out of there. Am I going to buy more LABD? Probably not. I like being diversified. Bloom Energy, this is actually what caused the big downward shift couple days ago. We actually bought Bloom Energy at about $76, and then it went all the way down to $66. So we lost $1,000 in one day. Luckily, we had covered calls sold on that to kind of mitigate that risk. So I'd say our average is actually like $73 right now. So we're still down about 200 bucks on that. But I'm not worried about it because the covered calls on Bloom Energy right now are amazing. So on Monday, we'll be able to sell a covered call for about $300 on this. I'll probably actually sell this one. Well, I guess it depends what the share price does. If the share price jumps up, I'll go closer to this $74, $75 range. If it goes down, I might have to do a $69, $70 one. Like I said, I'll try to do a video on Monday just to kind of walk everybody through covered calls, see how they work, kind of the strategy behind it. Then if you guys want to follow along with your own money, that's great. Otherwise, at least then you guys would have a better understanding of what the money is doing in the brokerage account. Currently not really owning any Ethereum, don't really own any SHIB. I am thinking about buying SHIB at this level though. I feel like that's a pretty nice level. That's the lowest I've seen SHIB in probably 2 or 3 weeks. So now might be a time to jump, maybe throw 500 bucks in there or something, just to have some exposure in the crypto market. All right, let's go to Hudson Meat Company. I do not have this fully updated. We do have an invoice for GMI trading that I haven't put in yet. So this will probably be about $40,000 spent. And so right now I have $11,000 put into from the fair. This is money that's actually hit the bank account. I do have more shipments going out Monday, so on Tuesday that'll probably be up to like 13 or 14,000. And then we do have some invoices coming due on Monday as well for our wholesale accounts. Retail kind of fell off a cliff, but honestly, that's mostly due to fair. I'd rather focus on fair than be running $30 boxes of cheese up and down the road. Our wholesale accounts have been solid. We're up from last month. Last month was pretty bad. I mean, we were almost $40,000 in July, and then only 27 in August. This will probably end up at about 36, I would say. My goal is 50,000 this month. We're going to be really close, probably 48, 49,000. Kind of depends what we can actually get in from fair by, when is the 1st? The 1st is Wednesday, so I think we can get some more money in from fair by then. If not, regardless, it's a record month already, so that's pretty cool. And another thing we're going to have to really look at over the next couple months, we'll probably reevaluate in January, but are we actually making money on fair? At this point, I don't know. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I don't know. And the reason I don't know is that, like I said, a lot of those first-time orders, when we get the extra $10 taken off, we probably actually lose money on those orders. But as we go on, October, November, December, hopefully we see some more repeat customers, and we can start earning that 10% net that I'm thinking is built into those prices. Now, another problem we're going to have, and I'm already starting to see this a little bit unfair, is we currently have the catalog in here, or some of the catalog. I have 6,700 items. So what happens is, like, let's go with these sprinkles right here. We're selling them for $7.09. So right now I'm probably paying $5.25, $5.50 maybe for it. So if that cost of ours goes up to $6.50, I'm kind of stuck selling it at $7.09, and then I have to react to that and raise the price for the next customer. So I already am seeing some of that, where I don't think I've found anything where like we've lost money on, but I've definitely seen stuff where we thought we were making 10% and then suddenly it was like 5% or even less than that. So that is going to be a hurdle with fair, and I don't really know what the answer is to that. I know that we can import updated pricing to it with an Excel file, but the problem is getting all that data in one place is going to be time consuming, and then we upload it, and then by the time we upload it, maybe we got a couple months and then it's already out of date again. So we'll have to figure out a strategy to do that. Maybe we can hire somebody to do that. Hopefully, if sales keep going the way they are. Um, we do have a lot of costs. I've spent $920 on. This is not shipping. We actually charge shipping to the people buying on Fair, which is super cool. But we still have to buy boxes. We have to buy packing tape. We have to buy packing materials to keep stuff safe. So this month I've already spent $920 on that. Um, so you know that takes a good chunk out of it. This website, I think I'm actually going to shut it down again. $249. As far as I'm concerned, that's just $249 a month down the drain. I don't think we need it. We got Fair now. Fair is like so much easier to use than Gray's Cart, which is what the Hudson Meat Company store was on. It just on the back end of it, I mean, Fair is like so much better. Because with Gray's Card, we had to individually go and manage every single detail. With Fair, we can do a lot of things in bulk. And me being a one-person show, the more I can do in bulk and the faster, like uploading 6,700 items onto Fair took me about the equivalent of uploading 100 items onto Gray's Cart. I mean, it's that significant of a difference. So we do have a lot of cost of goods sold this month. And we do on the Hudson Meat Company in person, we have about $8,000 of unpaid invoices, and then for Fair, we probably have another 2 or 3,000 of unpaid. So cost of goods versus income is actually sitting all right. It's sitting better than the books actually look. But I do like seeing this where we're actually starting to pull away from the cost of goods sold. I feel like we were very close all year up until like July, and now we're finally starting to pull away. We actually have like a $9,000 buffer there, so that's really nice to see. So that $9,000 though, that needs to go to paying all this stuff. And like I said, in January we'll have to reevaluate it. Maybe Fair is not the answer, but right now it's looking very promising. Let's go wrap this up quick with the weekly, or actually monthly. I should change the title to that. So this will be the September column right here. Haven't uploaded AdMob AdSense. This is updated as of today, 41,029, $2.60 interest, $1,313 in stock. That is covered calls. Upside, I just checked that yesterday and we're at about $10, I believe. So it's going to be down from August and way down from July. But, you know, it is what it is. That's just kind of whatever. Music royalties, I actually haven't gotten a payout this month, which is unusual. The last time that happened looks like it was April. So hopefully that means we got some nice payouts coming in the future with that. It seems like they kind of go in cycles, where like every 3 months we have a really good payout. So we're coming due to a good payout probably next month. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys at this point. Thanks for your patience. We got a lot going on here, a lot of good stuff. I'm really looking forward to what the future holds for us for the rest of the year. My goal is still $400,000 for Hudson Meat Company. I think I can do it. It's going to be really close. I think we're at what, 270? 270. So I got $130,000 I got to try to hit in the next 3 months. All right. Yeah, I will try to do a covered call tutorial video this coming week, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Thank you.